Hello everyone, Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. Surprise! I decided to jump on and do a quick live video. I was sitting here having a little bit of a play around and I thought, you know what, let's just pop on and do a bit of crafting with some people. So when you get the notification and you jump on, please say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and let's just generally have an awesome fun time crafting. So I've been playing around with some techniques. So I've decided that I'm going to do a new series over on my YouTube channel, and I've decided to jump on over there every week and bring you a technique video. So, okay, I've got everything there. I can see comments. Can I see comments? Please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from so I can see whether I've got comments happening. Yvonne is there. Hello, Yvonne. All right, so I'll pop that aside so I can see everyone's comments. So I was playing around a little bit. At the moment, everyone's been playing a little bit with our Whisper White ink pad. So I thought I wanted to do something to do with our Whisper White ink pad. And so I just thought I'm playing. I might just turn around and jump on and do a video. So please feel free to share the video, let people know that I'm on live, because I didn't advertise that I was going to come on live. So please share the video and make sure that other people might get in on the crafting act with us. All right, so bear with me, and I'm just going to flip the camera forward. So hopefully this will be smooth transition. Flip the camera forward and you'll be able to see all of the mess that's on my desk at the moment. And we'll zoom in a little bit so you can see more of what I'm doing. All right, so I've been playing around. I've got the Timeless Tropical stamp set, and I haven't used this stamp set very much at all, so I feel a little bit guilty. So I thought I might use the gorgeous frangipani flower out of this, because I love frangipanis. It's probably one of my most favorite flowers that are out. Actually, I'm just looking out the back. Don't think there's any flowers. I've got a massive big one out the back of my craft area. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a piece of basic black cardstock. Now I've done that at 3 3/4 inches by 5.5 inches. And I've got a Night of Navy base. I think I'm going to do a Night of Navy base. I'm not real sure. We may cut this down too. We'll see how we go. So thank you, everyone's jumping on. I'm glad you found me. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is do a little bit of embossing. So I'm going to choose that gorgeous frangipani flower, and I'm going to use my embossing buddy on my piece of black cardstock. So the embossing buddy makes it so that there is no residue on our cardstock, because we don't want the embossing powder sticking to something that we don't want it to stick to. I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper and bring it in underneath there. All right, so I'm going to grab my Versamark ink. I was thinking it just disappeared off my desk. I'm going to grab some Versamark ink, and I'm going to ink up this gorgeous frangipani flower. And I think what I'm going to do is just do an arrangement of these gorgeous flowers all the way around the outside of this card. So no rhyme or reason how I'm doing this. I'm just going to randomly stamp them around the card, concentrating more or less on the outside, that I'm getting quite a lot of the flower on the outside and leaving a bit of a gap in the middle. So it's very hard for you to probably see that at the moment, but it's more or less just stamped everywhere, all on the outside. All right, when I put the white embossing powder on it, you will see it. Hey Cheryl, Rita, hello everybody. Thank you, welcome. Thank you for joining. All right, so I'm just going to open this up and get a bit of white embossing powder on that. So I've just randomly stamped the frangipanis all over it, and then I'll cover with my white embossing powder. Okay, a little bit on that edge. And there's a couple of bits there that don't need to be there. I wonder, can I brush that away a little bit? So if you've got some embossing powder where you don't think you need it, but I'm not going to be too fussy with this because I just wanted to show you this fun idea that I had. All right, so we've got some embossing powder on all of those lovely frangipanis. So we're just going to heat that and try not to spill my embossing powder everywhere, which I just spilled it all over my lap and my desk. But then what's a tiled floor for? You can vacuum it up so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the heat tool and I'm going to heat those. And you're probably thinking, didn't she say she was going to use that white craft ink? Yes, I am going to use it, but after I've embossed everything. So I'm just heat embossing all those beautiful flowers, and that will take a little while for that to all emboss properly. And there it goes. I like to heat from underneath because it doesn't blow your embossing powder everywhere. I did embossing on vellum the other day too, and a lot of people were asking me about, can we emboss on vellum? And yes, we can. And I love embossing on vellum because it happens so fast. The heat transfers through the vellum really, really quickly to make that embossing process go a lot quicker than normal. Oh, I'm so sorry, Vicky. Yes, I know it's late. I wasn't actually planning on popping on today, but you know, I've been having so much fun recording some of my technique videos that will be coming on YouTube that I wanted to have a bit of a play with this, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to bring a really quick card to people using this awesome technique. I haven't really got a name for it, and I've seen many people do this, and I've done it myself quite a few times, but I don't really have a name for it just at this stage. I've got a super, super exciting video coming tomorrow, and it's actually called the Black Magic Technique, so you need to go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe because you don't want to miss that one. I'll be uploading that to YouTube tomorrow. Alright, so I think I've got that all embossed nicely. Just double check all that on top. Now you could actually emboss with, you could do it with a different color. You could do it with silver or gold if you wanted to. Because this technique, it doesn't really matter what color you've embossed with. Hey Rose, how you going? Hey Matthew, thanks for joining. You had a nap this afternoon, Vicky. All right, so now what I've done is I've got the re-inker for my Whisper White ink pad. So your Whisper White ink pad comes, it's not inked, ready to go, and it's just for packaging purposes. They don't actually ink your Whisper White ink pad. So you get a re-inker and an empty ink pad. So you normally re-ink your empty ink pad when you get it. So I've actually squeezed out just a little bit of the Whisper White ink onto just a clear block. And I've got an aqua painter. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the aqua painter and I'm just going to go over my flowers with the white ink, trying not to squeeze out too much water. I want a fair bit of white to come because you're going to watch as this dries, the black cardstock comes back through, but it doesn't come back through black. It comes back through a lovely shade of grey. All right. So you can go over this a couple of times to get the look that you want. So I'm actually not squeezing this aqua painter. I'm picking up the white ink and then just spreading it around on those frangipani flowers. Okay. And you'll see as they're drying, you'll see that gorgeous grey colour, the grey tones come through. So it's more or less adding a little bit of white to that black in behind. And by using your re-inker on your ink pad, you're not going to contaminate your Whisper White ink pad. I was doing it with a piece of Blackberry Bliss. And what you will find is you will get a transfer of the cardstock color will come out in that white ink. So our ink is an archival ink. So, and even though we're adding water to it, it's actually blending around and creating this gorgeous look and giving us some gorgeous charcoal grey flowers. Are you going to do Rose's swipe technique? Yes, Rose, I did see that. That's a great idea. That might end up popping, I might have to case that idea. It might end up popping up in one of my videos, in my technique videos. So from now until our new catalogue comes out, I will be bringing technique videos every week over on my YouTube channel. And as I said, the first one is recorded and ready to upload tomorrow. So I don't know whether I'm going to be bringing them out Tuesdays and Thursdays. That is a plan, but I mean, whether I get to be able to do that and whether I can keep up with that from now until June, because it takes a lot of recording these videos and getting them edited and getting them uploaded onto YouTube. So I'll just have to see how I go, but I promise I will definitely bring one a week for sure. And if I can slip in a second one, I will try and do that as well. Okay, so you can see here, you can go back over, when it's dried, you can go back over if you want a more intense look with your Whisper White. You can go back over a second time or even a third time and just keep layering more of that white craft ink on. I actually want it to look fairly grey, so I'm quite happy if it, maybe just with my first layer, I may be happy with that. I'll just re-investigate when I've done the whole lot and see what it looks like. You can also go back in, if you feel like you've put too much of the white archival ink, you can go back in and add a little bit of water and remove some of that archival ink if that's what you want to do. But it's a really easy technique. So if you don't have an aqua painter, you could probably use just a normal paintbrush and dip it into a bit of water and your white craft ink. But you can see the look that you're getting there just with that black cardstock trying to peek back through again, but turns into like a charcoal grey. Okay. I think I need my scrap piece of paper because I'm getting it on my desk, which I don't want to do. So just bring in that scrap piece of paper underneath. And this flower out of this tropical stamp set is perfect for doing this technique. We also have the wild rose flower would be really, really good for this. And I'm thinking I did it with, I did it last year or the year before with Healing Hugs, I think was the other stamp set that I did it with. The beautiful big flower out of the Healing Hugs was fantastic for this effect as well. So who's crafting today? Type into the comments and let me know if you're crafting. Yes, you can add a bit of shimmer paint as well. Vicky, you're jumping two steps ahead. Okay. I've actually done it with our white shimmer paint, but our Wink of Stella will come in handy in a minute as well. Okay, so I'm slowly getting all of these flowers done. But you can see how easy this technique is, and it doesn't use a great deal of white ink. Night Rose, have a lovely sleep, sleep well. I know I'm a little bit late today, but I've been playing so much that, yeah, I got a little bit carried away with recording my videos. And I had to laugh. I had a video blooper. I don't know whether I should put it on YouTube or not. I was reaching for some of my silver thread in my video. I have actually edited out of my video for tomorrow, but I was actually reaching for some of my silver thread, and my chair that I sit on here is on wheels, and it actually slipped out from underneath me and I fell off my chair. And I just kept going with the video, even though I had fallen off the chair. The chair had fallen over behind me, and I was trying not to laugh because I thought about how hilarious it was that I'd fallen off the chair. And I took it into my youngest daughter and I said, look at this video, I'll show you where I just fell off my chair. And she laughed and laughed and laughed. And she said to me, don't edit it out of it, Mum. I think it will look really, I think people will get a real laugh out of it. I did edit it out of it, but I'm wondering whether I should do a bloopers video of showing all the things that go wrong when you're trying to record videos. I was doing so well too. The video was going so well, and then all of a sudden I fell off my chair. I know, Matthew. It was a bit of a surprise, and like my youngest daughter was laughing so hard because she said, "Oh my God, you can hear it all. You can hear your chair hit the ground. And Mum, you just kept crafting. I can't believe it." And I said, well, the video was recording. What else could I do? I knew it was still recording. But I had it in the back of my mind thinking, it's okay. I'll just edit that bit out. I was like, no one will ever know. And you know what? If I hadn't have told you that, you're all going to be looking at the video tomorrow now, and you're all going to be saying, where in the world was the part where she fell off the chair? I'll give you a clue. It's right where I say the sentiment needs something a little bit more behind that, and I think I might get some of my silver thread. But as I was getting the silver thread was when I fell off the chair. All right. So I think I'm good with that. Can you see how gorgeous that has made those flowers pop off? A bloopers video would be great, Cheryl, you think? Oh dear. I was like, oh my Lord, I can't believe I've just done that. But anyway, it's all good. All right, so I think I'm just going to do that. I really need to clean out my aqua painter so that the next time I go to use it, I don't have white craft ink in it. So you just do that by running a bit of water through it and cleaning it off. And you can see there on my chamois, all gone, clean, ready to go for the next project. All right. Now, I'm thinking this is going to look really nice on my night of navy, but I'm thinking I might bring in something like maybe some seaside spray might be nice. Let me see. Might bring in a layer of seaside spray in behind it. I'm going to do this one 5.5 by 3 3/4, and I'll cut the other one down. I'll cut my black one down to be a little bit smaller. Okay, so we'll cut that one down to 3 5/8. By 5 3/8. There. And that will give me a smaller layer. And I've just gone in my white ink. And did you see what I've just done? put white ink splotches all over it, but it's okay. So I need to bring in my heat tool and clean and dry that ink. That was one of the things I was going to say to you. Watch out, because the white ink doesn't dry straight away. And I just splotched a whole heap of white ink in the middle. But it's okay. I'll be able to cover that with my sentiment label. And I think I forgot a little leaf down there. No one told me I forgot this poor little one in the corner. Yeah, oops. Here comes another blooper video, and I'm not even trying. How good's that? Okay, we better do that one. We can't leave one undone. So, make sure you dry your white ink first. Okay. And I'll hit that with the heat gun again, just to dry that little corner. All right, now I'm thinking on, yes, look at that, on the Seaside spray and then on there. Is that looking pretty? Give me the thumbs up if you think that that looks pretty. Show me some love. Give me some hearts. Give me some thumbs up if you like what I'm putting down. All right, so I'm going to glue that on with my liquid glue. And I'm going to move that around so that I get that gorgeous 16th. And thank you for the hearts, everyone. Thank you. Awesome. And I'm just going to turn that over and press it down so that I get it nice and flat. All right. It is gorgeous, isn't it, Pam? I agree. I love it. All right. So I'm going to fold my Night of Navy cardstock in half and use my bone folder. Okay. So now I'm thinking I need to have, and look at my fingers, I need to clean my hands. Bit of hand sanitizer. And clean my hands off. At least you know I'll be germ-free. Hey Ruth, how you going? Thanks for joining. All right. Okay, so I'm going to use, I've got this gorgeous punch here, and I'm wondering about, I'll do that in, I'm thinking Seaside spray, and I just put hand sanitizer on my card. Wow, things are just not happening this morning. That, okay. And I'm thinking a strip of black cardstock. No, I want to do one of these sentiments. I think I might just do the little thank you. Or this, no, thank you. I'll just do thank you. And I'll pop it on a block. And I haven't got my sticker on the back of it yet, but that's okay. Thank you. And I might do that on a black piece of cardstock with some white embossing, and I'll punch it out with a circle punch, I think. All right, so we've got that. Let's get some Versamark. I am keeping healthy, aren't I? I'm doing the right thing. I have hand sanitizer just on my desk. Okay, so that's mighty, mighty crooked, but that's okay because I'm going to punch it out with a circle punch, so it's totally okay. White embossing powder on there. I might be able to with any luck, shake that back into my container, which yes, I can. Okay. So I'll do my thank you. I never ever, I say this every time, but I never ever tire from watching that heat embossing transform. It is the bomb of card making. If you haven't tried heat embossing, you so need to try heat embossing. All right, let's see what circle punch I can do. I'm probably going to use a punch that is retired, and you're all going to go mad on me because it, oh, is it here? Where is it? There it is there. That's the one I think I want to use. Although this one might work. That one will work. So we might do that. And then I'm thinking I might do 1 3/4 with my blue. And you're thinking, but she's got blue under there. I know, but I'm going to do something else pretty as well. So we've got that. We've got that. And then I think I'm going to use some glimmer paper, which is, oh, where's my glimmer paper? Bear with me, here it is. Glimmer paper and my starburst punch. And we can go boom like that. Do I need a black 2-inch? Do I not? Do I not? Let me see. We will see. You like the way I've just used 101 punches here? Do we want to do this, this, and this? That's looking super cute. And then onto that. Ooh! It's actually not going to, we need to get rid of the glimmer. We need to, okay, this is not going to work because I don't think we can do that one underneath. So that's the biggest we can go. Okay, so maybe I need to do this one in glimmer, which was the 1 3/4 inch, I think, that we don't have anymore, that I saved mine and made sure I didn't use it. Okay, so like that and like that and like that. That looks pretty cute. What do you think? That one underneath too much? It's not bad. Do you think the black circle underneath the silver glimmer? What do you think? Have a vote, people. Black under that glimmer or no black? Say black or no black. Hope I don't fall off my chair again. I'm reaching for that ribbon again. Gonna bring in our gorgeous seaside spray ribbon. No black? Okay, so we'll take that black one away. We'll just do that and that and that. Okay, you girls have voted. All right, so I'm going to pop those up on there with dimensionals. So I'm gonna grab a sheet of dimensionals, which I'm sure I had a sheet that I used there. Okay, the consensus is definitely no black. All right, so we're going to go like this onto the glimmer, which is looking pretty nice. Don't you just love glimmer paper? It just adds to your project. I love a little bit of bling. Who doesn't love bling? Okay, and on to this one. Thank you. And then here to cover up my mess. Now, the question's going to be ribbon vertical this way or ribbon horizontal? Vertical or horizontal? So we're going to do ribbon that way, horizontal or vertical? What do you think, people? Horizontal or vertical? You love, Matthew, you love glimmer paper? Yeah. A card just has to have bling. Horizontal says Matthew. Horizontal says Betty. Horizontal says Sue. It looks like horizontal it is. I actually thought the horizontal looked pretty good too. All right, so we're going to turn that over and do my trick. Everyone's saying, oh, no, Ruth said vertical. I was going to say everyone said horizontal, but Ruth threw in the vertical in there. All right, so I'm just going to pop some double-sided tape on the back to pop my ribbon in. And that's a bit of overkill for tape there on the back, but I've got to work out where that ribbon's going to go. And it's going to go in the center, straight through there and through there. Isn't it great that we can cover up our messes with our sentiment labels and things? Because there's never ever a mistake in crafting, is there? See, once I put that sentiment label on there, no one would ever know that I smudged all that white ink on there where I shouldn't have. Okay, all right, so I think that's good to go. We'll pop some more dimensionals on the back here. How much dimension does this sentiment label have? It is massive. Sorry about the extra postage, but you know what? It's gonna have that wow factor. Now you'll see here, I'm leaving a strip in the middle for my ribbon to be able to go through. And it just stops creating any more bulkness on the card because we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4 layered popped up sentiment on the front. So holy cow, we don't need any more dimension on the card. Look at that. It's worth it. It is worth it, isn't it? Okay. All right. So will we pop it up or glue it down? Maybe we should glue it down. Seeing we've got that massive amount of dimensional on the sentiment, maybe we should just glue it down. So with some liquid Tombow, we're just going to glue that baby down on the front there. Okay. Now, Vicky was talking about the shimmer paint, but I'm thinking if I can find, oh my lord, where's my Wink of Stella gone? I can't find my Wink of Stella. There it is. Okay, so I'm thinking we need some Wink of Stella on these gorgeous flowers. So we're going to colour with some Wink of Stella because we always need a bit of wink. Wink of Stella, baby. All right. So that's just making those charcoal grey whisper white pieces even more pretty than what they were before. And we definitely need a bow. I can't imagine having a card without a bow. You're probably all going to go, no, we don't need a bow. But you know me. I think nearly every card I make has to have a bow. I didn't forget that little baby down there in the corner. So popping some Wink of Stella just on those petals. A bit there. And then I think what will take away that I've splattered quite a bit of white ink on my fingers and transferred it everywhere on the front of that card. I think what we might do is do my little spritzing technique. So we're going to add a little bit of wink and Oh yes, that is just stunning. Now we need to add our bow. So we've got some gorgeous Wink of Stella that I have just spritzed. Matthew's saying yes to a bow. See, Matthew, you're getting so used to my crafting, aren't you? It has to have a bow. We can't have a card without a bow. Really. In all respect, the bow is what makes it. And I've twisted my ribbon there. Now I've got it straight. Okay, so we have a bow for the front. Hello, Maria. How are you? How is your isolation going up there in Rockhampton? Are you coping? You know, my days aren't much different because I don't normally leave the house anyway. So, okay. All right, now we have a question. Right or left? Do we put the bow here or do we put the bow here? Right or left? So my left and this is right. Actually, it's left and right on the video as well. So left or right? Let me hear your votes. Left or right with the bow? Okay. I've got one left. I've got one right. I've got two left. I've got three left. I've got four left. Okay, so you're saying left. And I've got two on the right. Five, yeah, okay, left it is. Everyone's voting left, so we're going to have to go left. All right, so I'm just going to, with my double-sided tape, I've got maybe 1/2 inch or so of double-sided tape. You'll see I've straddled my ribbon and both onto my cardstock so that I definitely get my bow adhering to both the cardstock and the ribbon section, and it makes your ribbon sit, your bow sit a lot better as well. And I'm thinking a little bit more bling. What do you think? We have to bling up these cards. We can't have, there's never ever too much bling, I think. So I'm going to take just some rhinestones and I'm just, with the putty end of my take your pick tool, I'm just going to pop a few of those little rhinestones around. Now, I'm not sure whether you can see that in the video. Can you see the Wink of Stella on there? Can you see that glittery spritzing that I did with the Wink of Stella? Now, what do you think we should name this technique? Does someone know what this technique is called using the Whisper White ink? Do you have a name for it? Does anyone have a name for it? So that was using our beautiful, well, I've lost my stamp set now as well. Lordy, lordy, everything goes missing in this place. Ah, here it is. That was using the gorgeous Timeless Tropical stamp set. But, okay, I'm going to flip you back around because I want to have a quick chat. All right. Here I am, back again. So, it looks pretty, Vicky. Thank you, Matthew. All right, so what I wanted to let you know is, starting from tomorrow, my technique classes, my technique videos are going up on YouTube. So I've already got one and I'm super, super excited about the one that I've got tomorrow. It is gorgeous, if I do say so myself. And I'll be bringing you new technique videos every week without fail. And I also have my mystery stamping event. So if you haven't seen the mystery stamping event, it's going to be over on YouTube. It's on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on the 18th of April. Now that is Australian Eastern Standard Time. So please, if you want to join in, I've already popped a list of all the things that you will need for the mystery stamping event. And then what we will actually do is, after we've done the mystery stamping on Saturday, we will then come back to my business page and we will have a thread there and we will add our photos and you can go into a draw to win a prize if you share your card that you create in the mystery stamping. It is so much fun. I did it in my birthday celebration group the other day and I can tell you, everyone had such a lovely time. We had so many beautiful cards that were created. Everyone had different stamp sets. Everyone had different colors. So the beauty of the mystery stamping is you don't know what you're stamping until you get to the end of it. You don't know what you're creating. You have no idea what the card looks like. I'm the one that creates the layout for you. And at the end, yes, Margaret said, yes, it was fun. And it is. It's so much fun. So I've got a mystery event for my YouTube viewers. So if you haven't jumped over to YouTube, please jump over. Just do a search for Stamping with DonnaG over on YouTube and you will find me on my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button so you get notified when I go live on Saturday morning. And you can join me and do a mystery stamping event with me, which is fantastic. But as I said, these technique videos will be going up every week over on my YouTube channel. So you really, really need to go over and subscribe to that YouTube channel if you haven't already done it. Now, if you're watching this video back later on YouTube, please feel free to share onto Facebook, share onto your social media sites. If you're watching the replay back later on, please feel free still to share my video. It helps me get my video out there, helps me entertain people. And in this situation that we're in this isolation process that we're in with the COVID-19, it is fantastic to be able to bring you some crafting and to entertain you and bring a bit of sunshine into your life for a little while every now and then. So I will be popping on surprisingly whenever I feel like at 7 p.m. Friday, your time, Vicky. Okay, so you should be good to go. I did do it fairly early so that you girls over there in America and everything, that it wasn't too late for you, so that you can stamp along with me. So gather your supplies for the mystery stamping. Gather your supplies and join me on Saturday morning. Over in the US, it will be your Friday night. And let's do some mystery stamping together. So until next time, everybody, have a lovely day. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy your crafting. Escape into your crafting world to get away from the world madness. And thank you very much for supporting me. And thank you very much for sharing my video. Until next time, everyone. Bye for now.